like to introduce you to the wizard of the gizzard, I was going to say the wizard of the gizmos and the keyboard. Michael Heffernan.
I'm actually someone of few words, as you know.
You have to say a few words. Come on, it's part of the bill.
All 6 of them that you know.
Very nice. I should talk about the time I met Andy. It would have been 1981. And I'd only been in the band for a couple of months at that point. And we played in Cleveland, and he and his friend Terry came out, and I didn't realize that these guys were friends of the band. They just seemed like, you know, nothing personal, but a couple of nerds that did not Monty Python. You know?
Get a life.
Now, people who do Monty Python quotes and can do a whole like routine of Monty Python, these days are like the same people that learn how to speak Klingon. In those days it wasn't quite as bad, and it was humorous, but the next day after we met, it was 2 days we played at the Front Row Theater in Cleveland, and we had one of those rare days off where we just sit around the hotel rooms, and they came over with Terry and Andy came over with a VCR, and we hooked it up to a TV in one of the rooms, ordered a bunch of room service, and watched Monty Python all that. It was the Holy Grail, was the one that we had the most quotes from, right?
No, we didn't.
What was significant about that, the night before that I met him, I fell off the stage in Toledo during the performance.
True story.
It is. They were wondering, because they didn't really know me that well, whether they're going to have to tie me to my chair. But what happened was, we were playing the Requiem of Fitzgerald, and in those days I didn't have a part yet. He was still with us, and he was doing a lot of the parts that I do now. So Gord was trying to get a message over to the mixer, sound mixer, Chuck, and he couldn't get his attention. So I thought, well, you know what the hell, I'll go over. And I didn't realize that he was on a little partition that went up to the side. And this was a stage that was about 5 feet high. It was a temporary stage that was built in a basketball stadium. And so I went to talk to it and fell right off. Rick remembers seeing it happen. Barry saw it happen.
Right out of sight.
And, you know, I could have been really injured. I landed, it was about 5 feet high, and I landed in a case that had cables in it and these partitions, and I broke one of the partitions with my knee. Now, it could have been a serious injury, but the first thing I did was look around to see whether anybody saw it or not. So anyway, somebody squealed on me. Gord, somebody told, it's probably Terry. I blamed Rick for a long time. And Gord said, well, I'll teach him to go roaming around. I was trying to do him a favor.
No good deed goes unpunished.
That's my story.